going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He gets this to Davante Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
He's crossing. He's checking cross.
Throwing again. Rodgers. Over the middle. That's caught by Adams. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
318. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check. 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Oh, that's what we did.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
New York set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6.
Tight is right. 4 down, 4 down. Check, check.
Throwing Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 40-yard line.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop. 5. 4 down. Check. Go.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Trevor Davis, deep for Green Bay. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And left side here, it's Graham. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. But now a shot into coverage downfield is complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 32 on the play.
You get block me. You get block me. You get block me. Hey, slide back. Zoom. Inside. Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Jim. Check, 93's the mic.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10.
Check 31. Check 31.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. The tackle made by Blake Martinez. So we've hit intermission. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Head up, 15, line it, 15 line.
Time. Tight end right. Hey, 4 down. 80 seconds, me.
You draw quarters.
Switch.
Now.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers throwing again. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
Here we go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
50. And here we go. Watch the pass.
They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Now.
24 is the mark. Let's go.
Now Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Break.
42, Mike, 42. Who there? Check.
A first down carry for Barkley. Preston Smith there on the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here we go.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
42. Watch the fly. Motion. Pop. Mike's 42.
2nd and 6. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
Throwing is Rodgers. Looking deep for Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Set. 10 Lobo.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Ready.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
5.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's see what you got.
Hey, exit.
Check 25. Check 25. Mike 42. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Jones. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a 1st down.
Let's go.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here we go.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, zoom. Look, squeeze. Hit it.
2nd and 3. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The Giants on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Jones, operating from the gun, finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Davis now to return it. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to fire one deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 41 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Geronimo Allison the target there, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And Adams has it complete. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Eluding the play. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
Yeah, in the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed.
Let's go. 10-2 stop.
Watch the pass. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check. Check out route.
Get it.
They begin with a run by Barkley. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now Saquon Barkley looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. He was brought down there by Reggie Gilbert. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Switch.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Smooth.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, high 7.
He can't hang. He's not.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And Ingram hauls it in. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready,
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Barkley. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. That one looks like he'll throw here. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Giants, first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Set. 70. Indy.
The toss out to Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Here I come again.
They'll run it again with Barkley. Look at the spin. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
It's brought in left side by Tate. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 14 there, and that should be enough to get him home free.
Giants first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
Well, you know what they say. It's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket, and that's what they've got going forward.